Hello everyone and welcome back to MAI Construction. We are pleased to announce that we are now working on a new and major project for the Computer History Museum located in Mountain View, California. Our three-part video series will feature the current project that MAI Construction and Computer History Museum are working on. Then, we're going to follow up with Part 2, the history and partnership between MAI Construction and the Computer History Museum. Then, for our finale, we're going to reveal the Computer History Museum's Education Center. We would now like to turn it over to a pair of Silicon Valley All-Stars. Today we have Gary Matsushita, Vice President of Operations for the Computer History Museum, and our very own Vice President, Barry Paxton. Gary, can you tell us about this project?
Now we're actually expanding our footage for public spaces into an education center, which will have a large auditorium, it'll have seating, it'll have classrooms, and it'll be the center where we bring in all our educational programs now.
Thanks, Gary. Can you tell us the story about when you first contacted MAI Construction?
Sure. This building, when I came here a little over 10 years ago, this building was still a Silicon Graphics building that the Computer History Museum had bought. So it felt very corporate. It felt like this lobby that we're sitting in right now was majorly conference rooms and event center things for Silicon Graphics. It was their headquarters building. The first project I did when I got here was we brought in a major exhibit of a Babbage engine that was built in London. It's one of a kind. It was going to be housed in our lobby, so we had to do some construction. And so I met May and I met Barry at that time in 2008. And the very first project we did was in the lobby to build a display that we could show as the opening of the museum.
Now let's turn it over to Barry.
So actually the first project was pretty simple. So literally it was a small conference room out in the middle, and we demoed out the conference room and patched back the floor and then created a new base foundation for the Babbage machine. And then we actually did some ornamental wood around the base to make it look better. But that was pretty much the whole project, really not much to it. Through that time, Gary and I got to know each other pretty well, and Gary said, oh, by the way, we have this other little project you might be interested in. And it was building out the rest of the museum.
Thank you, Barry. Now let's go live to the construction zone. Barry, can you give us a breakdown of what's going on?
So this is the Education Center, the next project we're doing for computer history, like Gary was talking about earlier. And Tony is our superintendent on this project. And they've got some crazy finishes going in here.
Thanks, Barry. Tony, can you take us through the progress so far?
Yeah, so from the beginning, demo-wise, was pretty simple. But once we start our construction framing, there's a lot of coordination that has to go on.
Thank you, gentlemen. Barry, for those not familiar with MAI Construction, could you take a moment to talk about the company?
MAI Construction, we're a commercial general contractor out here in Silicon Valley. MAI started in 1973, so 45 years now. We really emphasize the high technology and the life science projects. We're a very technology-driven contractor. We work with some of the top people in Silicon Valley, Cisco, Amgen, Google. We do a lot of projects where we start from the very beginning, from concept, and take it all the way through delivery and close out of the project. We work with a lot of clients on an ongoing basis, so it's not just one project at a time. It's multiple projects at their campus, sort of supporting their needs as they're going forward.
Thank you, Barry. Guided by a client-centered approach, MAI Construction's mission is to fuse our clients' vision and goals into our planning and delivery, creating environments and spaces as unique and diverse as each of our clients. To learn more about MAI Construction, please visit MAICONST.com.